What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the show. Um, yeah, we're going to talk about simp versus trick equal beta, right? So I'm gonna lay out the foundation real quick, and then we're gonna get to the video. A simp. Start with the word simp first. A simp is simply a woman, a man who is a woman worshiper, right? A simp don't have to be in a relationship to simp for a woman, right? He doesn't have to have sex to be a simp, right? He can either be in a relationship and be a simp, or he could not be in a relationship and still simp for women, right? These guys support women's. These guys support women even in their belligerent behavior, right? They will support women whether right or wrong. Those are simps. Trick is a person who leads with his money. He just buys. He can buy for a woman whether he's in a relationship or not. He just feels a need that if a woman is around him or in his presence, he's going to spend on her. He say, "Oh, I'm gonna help you with your bills, groceries." This person is a person. He's not a simp. Hey, what's up, Zyrox? Damn, look who pulled up. What's up? Where you been? Shit, I've been here and there, everywhere. Where you been? Yeah, so a trick is someone who just openly spend their money, without consequence. And a simp is one who supports women, right, without consequence. So that's the difference. They're similar, but they're not the same, right? A simp, he doesn't spend money. He doesn't necessarily spend money on a woman. He's just more a woman supporter. Where a trick is more of like he likes his money, he likes to share it with women. He just loves it. It makes him feel good to spend on him. If she's do something disrespectful or do something crazy, he won't spend on her no more. So he doesn't support her behavior when she's being, like, let's say she's disrespectful, he'll stop spending. So yeah, they're two different people, two different things. So yeah, let's get to this video, and then we're gonna break it down. Zy rocks. Oh, and where you been? Where you been? Let me see. Let's go.
Not the only person with a JJ, and a simp will definitely take a JJ. If that other JJ is better than yours and they offer it to him, you have been warned. You watch out for simps. But yeah, they about to have an argument about that, and we're gonna just see what happens in this. Because just to remind y'all, like I just said, Jazz is back. So Jazz, I ain't seen you in a long time. Just know it's no bad blood between us. You just don't say nothing that's gonna make me angry. But hold up, just hit this video, need to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that is real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip. Oh, you know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, man.
Well, let me just ask this question. I just want to clarify. Yeah. Rose, do you think a simp is a good man?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, he's taking care of everything he needs to take care of.
But he's a simp. That works for you?
A simp meaning that he don't have a backbone or something.
He doesn't have boundaries.
He doesn't have a backbone. He doesn't tell you no. He just gives you whatever you want. He's like a doormat of some sort. That works for you?
He can be considered a good man.
That's not a simp. That's not a simp. That is a beta. See, they're conflating, right? That a simp, right, has a backbone. He simps for women, but at the same time, yeah, he's a simp. But he doesn't, how I'm gonna say this, a simp is not nothing to do with getting her way. A simp supports women. Stop hating on good men. A simp can be a cold-hearted killer, right? But when it comes to women, he supports them no matter what, right? He's going to back them no matter what. That's a simp, right? He doesn't have to be in a relationship. but he can be in a relationship, and she is gonna pretty much run him over because he's gonna want to please and make her happy. He's gonna want to support her, but you know, let's see the video. Let's check the video a little bit more so I can get this down packed. That's right.
No, he's a bad man. That's like a mom who think that she's a good mom because she let her son do whatever he want to do.
Y'all let her answer the question.
I'm sorry.
I want to get her answer.
I know why you're doing this. Go ahead, Sam.
I'm just asking.
No, you ain't. You got to
Asking a question.
It's cool, but yes, to answer your question,
So you said that a simp is a good man, right?
he can be considered a good man. Yes.
And the qualities that make him a good man is that he just does literally whatever you want, and you never hear the word no. Correct?
It's not whatever I want. He does what he needs to do to keep home happy.
So that means keep you happy.
Yes.
And he doesn't tell you no, and that's a good man, right?
Correct.
Well, that is
Hey,
the
Melanie.
Yeah.
Melanie, do you think a simp is a good man?
No.
Can I know why, please?
thank you, Zyrox. That is Zyrox. That is a good definition. A simp is someone who does everything for a woman or women, and she ain't giving him nothing. Yes, this could be women or plural. So yes, that is the absolute correct. That is a simp, and they also support women, right? They're more pro women. Simps are very pro woman. Essentially, they worship them. Now, will this be a good man to a woman? Yes. Yes. Because women ultimately want to be worshipped, right? They look for men to worship them. Now, the women, but I think where we come into the understanding is women don't want ready-made simps, right? Women like challenges. Women they like to tackle the most dangerous or the most unlikely guy to be a simp and turn him into a simp. That's what women like. They like to create their own simp that caters to them. That's what women do. So yeah, so a simp will be to a woman a good man, just like a trick would be a good man to a woman as well, right? Because it's someone who caters to their needs. A woman wants a man to cater. She thinks she's the prize, so of course she's gonna want to be attracted to a simp, or she's gonna want to turn him into a simp. Either or. But ultimately, a woman wants a man to cater to her. That's the name of the game.
I mean, I don't want a man that I can step on. You described him as a doormat, so it's not going to work for me.
So if you had a simp as a man, you probably would lose respect for him, huh?
Yes.
Okay, Rose, could you be with a man that you don't respect?
You trying to move the goalpost, and I don't like it.
Look, I asked Melanie the same question. I'm asking you. I asked her the same question. I'm asking you. All right, hold on. I'll move it. Don't worry. I'll come back to you. Hey, Chris, can I ask you a question?
You absolutely can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you think a simp is a good man?
Now, I'm not familiar with that terminology, simp.
Okay, I'll break it down.
Is simp a real word, or is that a made-up word?
It's technically a made-up word. But
okay, so tell me what the technical made-up definition.
All words are made-up words.
Simp is short for simpleton, meaning he is simple in the fact that he doesn't have a backbone. He gives you whatever you want. He complies completely. He does not tell you no. You get no pushback, right?
Okay.
Buys whatever, does whatever. Yes, no matter what it is, right? That is a simp. Do you think that person, based on the things I just said, those qualities, you think that is a good man?
That's not a good man. Okay, let me qualify this.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that the individual is necessarily a bad person in character, but as far as dating qualities, no, that is not a good man. So I have to qualify that.
Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why?
Well, am I out of the cave, or can I be in the cave?
Out of the cave. You're completely out of the cave. Yes.
I'm in the cave.
You're out of the cave. You're out.
So I'm speaking for most women right now.
Yes.
Okay. So, most women would possibly prefer a simp that they could run over, using your terminology.
Why would they prefer a simp? Why?
Because according to the definition that you just gave me, they would like to run over them.
Because women want to be catered to. Yeah. Yeah. And the reason why, but Xerox, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But how I want to say this? Women, the guy that's already made simp, yeah, women are going to friend zone him. She wants a man. Women tend to like to get men who are more of a work in progress, right? So they want to get a man. They want to get a man that they can build. They want to build a bear, right? They trying to get a man to fit in a certain box, and they're attracted to the masculine man who all the women want, good looking, all these things. And he's not really a simp. He's more of a lover boy. And the women want to take that man and make him to be a simp. They want to turn him into a simp. So women like the challenge. They like the butt break dudes. They want a man that can break. They like, I bet I can get him to do what I want me to do. That's what women like. They don't like a lot of times the ready-made simp until they get like 40 years old, like 40, 42, 43 years old. Then they'll take the ready-made simp. But you're right. The ready-made simps, the ones who come in already simping, they friend zone them.
And they'll get whatever they want without
most women would like a man that they can run over.
Well, I'm out of the cave. I'm not. And I'm not speaking for my personal. If you're asking me personally,
Yes.
You're asking me personally. Oh, okay. So now I'm in the cave then. So I'd have to qualify that. There's this thing Ali and I have, understanding the difference between speaking for most women and myself. So since I can speak for myself now, the reason why I would not want someone that is considered a simp, as you have said, is because I cannot be with a man that is not strong and is not a leader, somebody that I can run over. You know what I'm saying? That's not the quality. Those are some qualities in a man that I don't actually desire. So since I'm speaking for myself, no, that's not a good man for me.
I gotta ask one more person.
Sure.
Hey, Summer.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Could you do you think a simp is a good man? Do you think a simp is a good man?
I was going to ask you the definition because I was on a back chat when you were explaining it. I was trying to figure it out what it was.
Okay, a simp essentially a guy that doesn't really have any backbone. Whatever Summer wants, Summer gets. You don't really hear the word no. Very compliant, very agreeable. That is a simp.
Would most women want a simp?
No, I'm asking you. Do you think that's a good man?
Yeah, I think he's a good man.
Can I know why?
Well, it depends on your standards. If you want a man that is going to be agreeable,
no, I'm asking you. You said he's a good man. I want your personal reason. I want to know why you think the simp is a good man. Your reason.
Because he's reliable. He's willing to change. He's willing to do whatever is necessary to keep the marriage going.
See, this is why it's confusing how everybody's using simp right now, because everything that.
Because it depends on the woman you're married to. If she's unreasonable, she's asking all these unreasonable things for you to do, then that's how it could become a bad man. They're not good to marry, but if they are willing to adjust and change and mature, I don't think the definition of what you're saying is a simp is a bad thing.
You know, Summer, there's nothing a simp can do to keep your marriage going with you, right? There's nothing a simp can do because on. I'm
quick.
sorry.
Hold on. Samson was on. I've been doing that to Samson lately. I apologize. I want the whole world to know that I apologize to Samson when I do that to him or anybody on the panel. When someone's trying to make their point, let's let them cook first. Just like Mark, when you cook, I want to make sure you cook, even though this show you've been kind of, you know what I'm saying? But let Samson, and then you can come right back in it, Mark.
Pause.
So do you feel like it's based on the definition that you just went over? Do you feel like a simp for you, if you're in a relationship with a simp, is that a man that you can respect? Someone that doesn't have a backbone that just complies and agrees to everything you say?
Yes, I can respect him.
You respect that?
Of course you
Yes.
can.
Can I know why you would respect a man that doesn't have a backbone?
Women can't turn a man no way. Stop blaming women. If a man turns into a simp, that's on him. No. Zyrax, I'm not blaming you guys. What I am saying is women, no matter the guy they meet, right, especially the guy who seems to be a challenge, they ultimately want the guy to be a simp. They want the guy to cater to them. Women don't look to cater to men. They look for men to cater to them. So what I'm saying is they try to break that man into the man they want him to be, because a woman ultimately wants to be worshipped. She wants that man to worship the ground she walks on. Women wants to be desired. They think they're the prize. And if they think they're the prize, that means what? That means they want to be treated like the prize. So that's why most men are happy wife and happy lifing.
Please.
You don't. I don't think you have to have this so-called backbone in order to have a successful marriage. It depends on your partner. They're going to be.
You can't make this up.
God damn.
No, what I was going to say is it depends on if I don't want to say the word partner, Lord. I don't want to go there, but it depends on the individual that you're with, whether or not they're going to take advantage of that. I know a lot of men that are just they chill. They don't worry about much. They don't subscribe to what y'all talk about, and y'all got to be the man and all that stuff. So
hold on real quick.
The simp and a trick is the perfect prototype for women. That's what women desire. They don't want a woman do not want a man to tell her no when she wants or desires something she thinks she deserves. If that woman asks her husband, baby, I want this Gucci bag, and he tells her no, she's going to feel a type of way. Now, just because a man is agreeable, don't make him have any less of a backbone and disagreeable with. So yeah, women want men with backbones, meaning they want a man who's not going to go out and have sex with a lot of women other than them, right? So yeah, they want them to have that kind of backbone, the backbone to not go out and commit infidelity. But they, at the same time, they don't want a man who's going to tell them no when it's time for the things they want to desire, like whether they want him to be monogamous, where they want stuff from him, or whatever the woman wants. She wants the man to be agreeable, to do everything she says or she wants. But they want the man to have the backbone because they want him not to go out and commit infidelity, or they don't want a man to lie to them. They don't want a man this, whatever. They want all these demands.
Brother, where you at? My brother, Director Donis, your wrench has been taken on this side and your wrench has been taken on Trey's side. It's twice we saw you disrespecting ladies blatantly, and we don't tolerate the man being disrespected or ladies being disrespected. You will be timed out from this show or banned from this show until you pay $50 to Trey's show and you pay $50 to this show, but you'll be banned from this show. You can hit us up on IG. I'll time you out, but until you pay $50 to this show and $50 to Trey's show, you'll be banned, man. We don't tolerate the disrespect to the women. And I didn't catch it the first few times that it happened, so I apologize to the sisters and I apologize to Rose as well too, but we don't tolerate no disrespect to the men or women on this show, respectfully. And I've seen it too many times. I missed it the first time because I didn't see the messages, but I got to see it again. And if you and I appreciate you laughing as well too. So I know you don't take it serious. So you block permanently from my side. So thank you so much for showing your true colors, my brother. You have a.
So we're talking about someone that is completely compliable, agreeable. He doesn't tell you no. He gives you everything you want. He gives you zero pushback. That means there's zero accountability, which is,
that's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man, Savannah.
That's most of your life today. So what I'm asking is, would you want to be in a serious relationship with someone that does not have a backbone? And I just want to know why.
Now, if I'm intentionally running over him and I have unrealistic expectations and I know I need to be told no, then no, you're absolutely right. I'm not going to have any respect for him because I know I can completely run over him any day, anytime, at any moment. So yes, I agree with that.
We want a man with a backbone that can also give us whatever we want. What's the issue?
I don't understand the problem. I'm trying to
say that one more time. Say that one more time, Jazz.
We want a man with a backbone that can also get us whatever we want.
Here's the problem with that, Jazz.
That don't make no sense. Jazz, he doesn't have a backbone if he gives you whatever you want.
But Jazz, you heard me ask them, right? A man with no backbone, right? So that's a real man to you?
No, I never said that. I'm
asking you. I didn't say you said that. I'm asking.
This ain't the conversation.
A man needs a backbone.
A woman want a man to give them the world. Why else would she be with the man or make him her man if he's not going to give, right? If he's not going to give her what she wants. No woman wants to be with a man who's not going to give her what she wants, right? Because women ultimately are self-centered. So therefore, they're going to ask things and expect them. When they ask the man for something, they expect that from that man. It just is the name of the game. There's just no way around it. Now, is that a simp? I don't think that's a simp, right? Because a man, his wife says, baby, I want to, every time she asks him, I want this or I want that, he says yes. To me, that's not a simp, and that's not saying he doesn't have a backbone, right? To me, a simp is someone who supports women in their idiotic behaviors, whether they're right or wrong, right? And they don't have to be in a relationship with these women. That's what we have to understand. A simp does not have to be in a relationship with a woman to support women. They support women on a large platform, or she can do no wrong. So that'd be Brownville, right? Oh, these type of guys, they basically worship women, right? They basically worship the ground they walk on. That's a simp. Now a trick, right, will be the one who's, baby, I want the Gucci bag, yes. And he'll give her whatever she wants. Right? That's what we consider a trick. But I don't think because a man gets his wife every gift she ever wanted is a simp. I don't think so. He can still have a backbone. Maybe if he's rich, right? If he has a lot of money, why would he tell her no? Like, you know what I mean? If he has the money, and most women, if they're with a man, they know his budget. They know what, typically, if they're with a man in a relationship or a marriage, and let's say he only makes a certain amount of money, they're going to ask within reason the gifts they know he can afford. So why would he not get it for the woman? He's going to get it for her.
Period. But we're also saying that it's okay for a man with a backbone to give and spoil his woman. because I'm sure she's spoiling in return.
Exactly.
You can still have a backbone and give your woman the world. That don't make you a.
What is this conversation? How you just gonna add that random piece in? What's it? I'm sure she's doing it.
Man can have a backbone and also want to give his woman the world.
This isn't
that doesn't
exactly.
Jazz, you're just moving the argument. You're talking about something else.
Come back to
Actually, I'm not, because
yes, you are.
Why can't both be in the
He's
same
talking about a simp. He's not talking about the made-up character that you're trying to talk about.
I keep saying you want to go to buildanigga.com.
Well, then, Jazz, you disagree with Summer. Summer said that.
Plus other things that a husband brings to the table. Why, like Jazz says, why wouldn't you want to give your woman the world if she's doing all the things that you guys say you want him to do?
Once again, y'all just adding something in that wasn't said. If she,
what a simp was, right? And this is why you need leaders, right? Because you have no idea what you actually want, and you don't know what's good for you. Respectfully, you don't know what's good for you. You don't know that you like. If like your kids think they're like, yo, I just want to eat sugar all day. They think they want to eat sugar all day, but you know that they're not supposed to eat sugar all day, right? You like when you hear like, oh, a man that can just do whatever I want. Like, no, you need somebody who's going to tell you what you need. Like, you might think that every time that you upset, that every time that you dealing with something like, oh, babe, I need a vacation, and he might have to tell you like, yo, no, you need to fix the problem. You think the vacation is going to be fix the problem, but it's not. But you think it is, and that's cool. But that's why I'm here to tell you like, we're going to actually get down to the root of what's causing you grief or whatever, right? And I've had to tell my girl that before. She's like, oh, I think I need a vacation. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't need a vacation. You need to figure out what's going on. Yeah, so that's just my position. I truly believe, like, Krishona and Melanin, they had wise answers. I already told Rose she don't know what she wants. Everybody knows Rose don't know what she wants. She thinks she knows what she wants. But yeah, that's y'all issue. Y'all just don't know what y'all want.
I know exactly what I want.
No. I know what you want. I know what you need. But you don't know what you want.
Ma, do you look at women as children? Like you think
women know what they want. They want it all. They want it all. Eventually, whatever it is that's in their world, they want. They know what they want. Now, there is a whole bunch of other things that we're not going to get into, but typically when you're in a relationship with a woman, she's going to have demands. She's going to ask for things. That's just the name of the game. Men are already paying up front anyway. And she doesn't have to ask for that. That's just common interest. So women know what they want. They want a man that's going to listen and placate to whatever they think they deserve in their life. A man's going to meet that or match that. That's the type of man they want. They don't want a man who's going to try to tell them what they think, how to think, and how to move. Now, do I agree? I do think a man should have a boundaries of, no, I'm not going to do this because you don't need this. But women typically, if they ask a man and the man say no, they end up resenting him in the long run. That's how it goes.
We're just out here so lackadaisical, can't take care of ourselves unless we got a man to guide us and get us to the front. Like, what do you think grown-ass women are doing when they are single and going to work and paying taxes? Like, every time you speak,
complaining. There you go. I was just going to wait. You're going to just keep going. Complaining. Majority of grown women are complaining.
You know, you can't be on the same level as a woman.
Is that the same? Is that director again? Is that director?
You can't be on the same level. You can't be on the same level as a woman because my girl called me the other day. She was crying because she dropped her food. Nigga, if I was hungry and dropped my food, I would cry too. But that don't mean
just like a baby. Just like a baby.
Yeah, it's just like a child.
Sometimes, yeah. You don't want to see good food fall when you're hungry, but that doesn't mean that you can't respect her on the same level or whatever just because she had a moment. Like, come on now, we're not.
Oh, you already wrote that. Thank you, Uncle Rick.
So Jazz,
you're kind of dealing with an immature woman then. Or is she really a woman if you have to be guiding her all like that?
Right.
No, first of all, let's get one thing straight, Summer. You don't get to say about an immature woman. You just said.
But you also got to tell the truth. Who don't want somebody that's gonna do everything that you said for them to do. Keep it a buck.
A wise person. See, all you did was just say it again. Who don't want somebody that's gonna do everything that they want them to do?
And women, this is how women are. Women, this is what they want. They desire to have things and they want it. And they think they deserve it. A sense of entitlement. So of course, women want a guy to ultimately is going to give them what they want, because this is why they chase the high guys with a lot of resources. This is why they chase the rappers, the athletes, because they want him to simp for them and cater to them, as well as, be faithful to them. Women want everything. They don't. Women that don't want a man who don't want to do it. Women no longer see. Back in the day, women used to settle, and men used to kind of not give them what they want because, they just didn't have it like that. So women, all right. But in 2026, women, they want their man to give them everything that girl on Instagram got. And if you don't give it to them, if you tell them no, they're going most likely to leave you, or it's going to be, she's going to either withhold sex from you. Yeah, women want their way.
Wise person, a wise motherfucker will not say that I want somebody who's going to do whatever I say. Because technically what you just said, I want somebody who will never hold me accountable.
Happy because that demonstrates you actually love this man. If he's gonna die for you, why are you not supposed to live for him? Ain't that the exchange?
I'm saying if you have that woman, Ali, then that man's going to give you everything that you asked for.
Hold on, ma'am. And that's where y'all haven't, not y'all. Let me control my mouth. Sorry, excuse me. Samson just walked this all the way down, and all of y'all love a simp. But it's a bad faith conversation when you saying there's women out here sexing their man, cooking for their man, cooperate with their man, and do all these things for a man. And when we address it, you go, well, that's what she's supposed to be doing. Y'all know most women aren't doing that for their man. So in reality, though, in order for a man to give you commitment, you're supposed to do all those things for him to get him from being polygamous anymore. You getting him to give up polygamy. You giving him to give up his freedom. You getting him to give up his being outside to be with you for a woman who still want to act like she outside and get everything that you want. So this is what I'm asking you. If I'm the leader and you the follower, aren't you supposed to be doing everything I'm asking you? And then I may do what you're asking as well, too. Doesn't it start that way, too? I mean, first, excuse me.
Right.
Who?
I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is, like Jazz was saying, if you have an unreasonable woman or partner that's like, I need you to do that, and it's not reasonable, and then that person, right? I said, however, if you have a woman
it's not the
that's
conversation.
on your quote unquote program, and whatever you describe that to be, like the cooking and the cleaning and all that stuff you guys talk about, right? You have a woman that's doing that for you. You say from your mouth, you give them the world. We simple. Men are simple. We're gonna give you the world. But I'm just saying.
Of course, women want a man to worship them. OMG, this is not a gender thing. It's a human thing. We all want what we want. Okay, Zara, active today. OMG is not a gender thing. It's a human thing. Okay. We all want what we want. Well, but when we talk about relationship dynamic, Zarex, listen, men, they really don't have a problem with getting women the things they want. It's just that I think men, because they're not being reciprocated, the women are not returning the appreciation or making the men feel special or wanted. Now they're saying, well, shit, you need to tell the women no so they can act right. See, I'm going to say this to the women. You guys done this to yourself, right? You guys, because of your demands and because you guys are divorcing so much and leaving so much, now men are coming out and saying, hey, hold your money, tell her no, to see if she really loves you, to see if she really wants to be with you. Because women no longer want to be patient, right? They want what they want off the top, out the back. And women are demanding, 2 or 3 days, women are demanding ransoms. And the thing, which is okay, right? Women want what they want. That's fine. But the men who are getting played, the men who are getting cheated on, that's where the reserve of judgment comes on the other men who do this because they're saying you're a simp, you're a trick, your name call, right? Beta, whatever it is. And because they're mad because their situation didn't go well. So it's a battle of the men, not necessarily the women, Zarex, right? Not necessarily the women. The men are battling amongst each other how we should treat women. If you are a leader and secure in your position, you wouldn't need praise, validation, a good boy from a woman, LOL. Well, come on, Zarex. Now, that's not fair. That's not fair. Because just because, yeah, man wants to be appreciated. I mean, you guys demand a large ransom for your time and your exclusivity, and men are demanding you show appreciation and cooperation. It's a fair exchange. It's not a robbery. But the women aren't giving the cooperation, and that's the problem. You guys are still, even though the man is giving you everything, like Aisha Curry, right? Give you the world. You guys are still complaining how y'all want to get eye fucked by the men, how you guys are jealous of your husbands because they have more attention than you, or how you don't want to listen to your husband, you don't want to cater to your husband, even though he's paying all the bills. Those are things that men are disgruntled about. That's what it is. What it is.
Oh, my headphones, please. I asked you not to talk about the women who are doing that. We know that most women don't do that, so it becomes a bad faith conversation, and it's not intentional or solution based. Most of y'all don't do that, and you don't have to personalize it because it's never the woman on the panel. Ain't that right, Uncle Ricky? So again, to have a good faith and solution-based conversation, it would mean y'all will address the sisterhood, the girls, and majority of women, because most women aren't doing that. They're expecting everything to do nothing. They want to be the king and the queen. And they want their man to be the big. That's what they want. They want him to do everything for her. They want to control him, and they want everything that they desire from him. But the funny thing about nature is that you lose respect. That's why Samson asked you that. In reality, if you get a man without no backbone, you actually lose respect for him, and you look down on him as well too. Then you want another man. But in reality, when a woman does everything for us, it actually makes us do more for her and makes us love her. Y'all don't do more for us when we do more for you. You don't work by that way by nature. It's the other way. You have to do more for us, then we'll do more for you. If we're doing everything for you and you don't have to do nothing back for us, that you don't work that way in your nature. You'll actually take advantage of a man and manipulate a man because your mind is working that way. You'll take everything you can to do basically nothing. That's how most women work. No,
I agree with you. Okay. I agree with you, but the premise wasn't based upon, the question was, would a woman want a man that's XYZ? The answer is, truthfully, yes.
Well, actually, the question was, would you want a simp? It's not even that would you want a simp. The question was,
of course, but why do we ask dumb questions? That's a dumb question. Of course, a woman wants a simp ultimately. Of course, she wants a man to cater to her. Women want what they want. It's the way they've been raised. It's the way they feel. And it makes them feel special in their mind. Women want things from men. That's the only way they would deal with a man, is wanting from him. So there's no way you're going to get a woman who doesn't want anything from you. But I think the problem we're having here on this panel, because Ali made it was a good point. It was a fair point that men they want to take care of a woman, but they don't want the woman to make it so obvious that they're using them. They like the women to pretend that they like. I mean, we don't. How I want to say this? It's not necessarily we don't want to know that you're pretending, but a man would rather you pretend that you appreciate, pretend that you care about them and not just their money. That would make them feel at ease. But what's happening is the evolution of women are no longer showing care. They're no longer showing appreciation. They're like, if you don't do this, you an ain't shit ass man. Women feel they deserve the things they ask for men because women think they're the prize. And when you think you're the prize, you think the world revolves around you. And if you think the world revolves around you, you desire to be worshipped. And that is where the reality of 2026, women are moving for supremacy. They're no longer pretending like they love you or like they really care about your stupid ass jokes you tell them at the table. They don't want to pretend that they care about the ugly ass shoes you wear every Sunday. They no longer care about if you had a bad day at work or you're feeling a certain type of way. Women are saying, if you won't do this, I will find someone else to do this, or I will do it on my own. The women are not playing the game anymore of, okay, I'm going to pretend I really love you. And no, when you get in a relationship with a woman, you got to find a woman within your budget. That's how it goes. You got to get a woman within your budget, what you can afford. If you cannot afford to upkeep this woman, then you're going to have a lot of problems. It's going to be a lot of problems.
Do you think a simp is a good man? That was the actual question.
I'm saying is every time we get y'all to a position to acknowledge what most women are doing, and not, it ain't everybody on the panel, you will deviate and derail and say, hey, y'all picking wrong. You're not vetting right. No, we're picking right, picking wrong, vetting wrong. Everything we doing, it doesn't get the woman to be compliant and stay loyal. She'll start out good or she start out bad. No matter what happens, she ends up not listening. Go ahead, say it. You want to say it. Go ahead, say it.
I want to say what? I don't want to say anything. I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, you will end up disagreeing with us. That's why Samson, that was great what Samson did, because women that say they don't want those type of men, but they want those type of men, but then they don't want those type of men. And then when you get the man that you do want, you don't want him either. So most women aren't cooperating with those men. And we're saying this because most of y'all validate each other for doing the wrong thing. The problem.
And the reality is a woman is not when she meets a man, she's loyal to the way that man makes her feel. If she feels, now there are different circumstances, right? Some women are just with men because they want money from them. They have no feelings, none of that. They want money. They're with guys who are going to spend on them, period. Right? There are some women like that. Then there are women who are with men that they feel is good for them, right? And that means it's going to cater to them, to their emotions, cater to their ego, cater to their, whatever it is they're feeling. And there's not these type of women. So, but it really comes down to this them two right there. Either she with you because she feels the way she feels for you, or money. One of the two. Money, sex, power is what women are addicted to. Women are addicted to money, sex, and power. They have to deal with men because they're addicted with sex. They have to deal with men because they're addicted to money. But when they get with these men, they want the power. Let me repeat that again. Women are addicted to money, sex, and power. Only way they deal with men is because they're addicted with sex. They also deal with men because they're addicted to money. But then when they get with these men, when they finally get into a relationship with these men, then they are addicted to power. They want to run a relationship. They want to be worshipped. And this is the nature of a woman.
Problem is women. You support women picking themselves. You support women picking happiness. You support women on a healing journey. You support women breaking their family. You support women neglecting their kids, cussing out their kids. There's several women on IG that I keep showing have 500,000, 700 followers watching this woman cuss out her kids. Multiple women just cussing their kids out. And then, girl, I be going through the same thing, girl. I be tired, girl, because women support the back. All that's wrong in society, most women support it. They need the mother's support to validate them because the women is already validated and supported for doing the wrong thing. And every time we come back to the table, when Samson gauges, when Uncle Rick does it, Mark does it, even though sometimes I don't know what be happening, but y'all end up making it about men. But at the same time, you don't need a man. All the problems that we have in society is a man's fault. But the woman don't cooperate with the man, and you don't allow us to lead you. So how could it be our fault? It has to be back on the women, and y'all have to speak more to women about what women are doing. And you admitted too, a lot of times that today's woman is different, but we can't change them. So when Uncle Ricky at the beginning of the show, full circle, how do we change y'all? We don't. You're gonna want to have to change.
The only option that's given is to leave them alone.
Mont said it, Uncle Rick, all of us. All we can do is
the only option. What ask anybody, hey, I love this woman, I did A, B, C. You can't coach her up, right? Because she don't listen. Leave her.
Mont said he can coach her though.
Listen up. Listen what I'm saying, right? Leave her, right? Leave her, right? Oh, she don't believe in your dream, right? She ain't ready to thug it out with you. Leave her.
Right.
Right. So what y'all saying is that y'all incorrigible. What y'all saying is y'all don't have the ability to be fixed, to be repaired, to, as y'all say, grow and heal. Y'all don't have that ability. So why you keep coming in conversations? Why you spending money on therapists? You change when you want to change. Y'all don't want to change? Not y'all, because it's never us. It's hey.
But I don't believe you can't make anybody do what they don't want to do. They have to be intentional about wanting to change. They want to be the one that has to change. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
But why would a woman want to change her desires, what she desires? Right?
Because in actual reality, whose fault is it that we're what we are right now? In actual reality, it's men. Because they'll say, oh, a guy will do all these things for you. He'll do these things for you. Yeah, but women still leave. Well, that's because you was doing things.
I'm back, y'all. Shit, my internet was tripping. But yeah, we have to understand that. This is why I agree with Uncle Ricky, right? Let's rewind it so we can hear what Uncle Ricky said. Let's see what Ricky said. He's made
and are doing, and you admitted too, a lot of times that today's woman is different, but we can't change them. So when Uncle Ricky at the beginning of the show, full circle, how do we change y'all? We don't. You're gonna want to have to change.
The only option that's given is to leave them alone.
Aunt said it, Uncle Rick, all of us. All we can do is
the only option. What ask anybody, hey, I love this woman, did A, B, C. You can't coach her up, right? Because she don't listen. Leave her.
Mom said he can coach her though.
Listen up. Listen what I'm saying, right? Leave her, right? Leave her, right? Oh, she don't believe in your dream, right? She ain't ready to thug it out with you. Leave her.
Right.
Right. So what y'all saying is that y'all incorrigible. What y'all saying is y'all don't have the ability to be fixed, to be repaired, to, as y'all say, grow and heal. Y'all don't have that ability. So why do you keep coming in conversations? Why you spending money on therapists? You change when you want to change. Y'all don't want to change? Not y'all, because it's never us. It's never, hey.
But I don't believe you can't make anybody do what they don't want to do. They have to be intentional about wanting to change. They want to be the one that has to change. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
So what I'm asking you is, and I'm asking everybody who continue to have these conversations, if there's nothing a good, bad, indifferent man that can do, whether it's a therapist, a psychoanalyst can do that, will make these women change, what's the point? What's the point? Y'all tell us yourself you need to pick better. Then they go and pick better, and she do the same thing. Leave her. Leave her. That's all. So y'all encourage hoe hopping.
Yep.
Wait, that was...
I mean, every woman y'all running into can't be hoe.
It's wild.
Y'all
you better cook that cabbage, garlic cabbage.
Every woman can't be this degenerate. Like,
women are what they are. Women, what's up, Savage? Yeah, but here's the deal, right? And Ricky was absolutely right. Women are not going back to the 60s, the 70s, 80s, or even 90s, or even early 2000s. Women are going to be who the women are going to be. And men are going to have to understand that. Listen, if you're going to get in a relationship with a woman, you have to prepare for a battle, because you're fighting against outside influences. You're fighting against her internal conflict, her insecurities. You're fighting drugs, alcohol. You're fighting her friends. You're fighting her family. You're fighting her Instagram, her TikTok. You're fighting her delusion. This is the battle you're entering in a relationship. This is the battle that you got to fight. Are you up for it? And that's the question. That's the question. And good luck with that.
Y'all gotta know some good women.
Y'all degenerate at a baseline.
Y'all gotta know.
Y'all not sleeping with a man unless y'all believe y'all gonna get something from him. Stop, bro. Stop. You ain't in a relationship now because y'all met and he came over. You look good and you let him hit. Y'all in a relationship because of that, because you believe that man can make your life better. Y'all tell me if it's any different.
Yeah, you have no idea what you're talking about. But what I'm saying is,
I know.
What I'm saying is that y'all gotta know some, because all y'all such great men, no? Y'all.
She's just saying words. See, I've been listening. I've been listening, and I was like, okay, while Ali and Rick is saying, I understand to a certain extent. The women, it's so hard. Like so it's new.
Woman is out here outside like that. There are some great single women out here. Why y'all not finding them? And then when you do,
check this out. This is the crazy part what she's saying right now. I was like, why is they having a problem doing this thing? Because women are trying to create a social system to stop guys from doing these things. Do you know where most guys find the women who actually listen to them at? Check this out. In their younger years, women in their younger years listen, actually get on men's programs. And I'm not talking about 24 or 25. I'm not talking about them younger years. Yeah. See, the years I'm talking about is the years where women start saying, oh, you're creepy. You know, oh, you're talking to a 20-year-old. You're talking to somebody who can't even drink yet. Those are the years where women are more likely to listen to a guy because they look at him as he's better than them. And society hasn't mentally made her into a jazz. Okay, that's really what it is. But you know, when you say that information, oh, you're creepy, nigga, you think I give a damn what you think? All right. And then when you follow their logic, the only person you're supposed to care about what they're saying is the lady you're with. I care about the lady I'm with and my children. And guess what? The other women are going to try to circle around you and say, ugh, he's gross. Shame. But it's never the lady that's talking to the guy who's saying this. You know when she say this? She say this when y'all broke.
Why are we so obsessed with the?
Y'all all hoes. What are you talking about? Good hoes, bad hoes. Y'all all hoes.
I know.
Yes, you are.
I'm saying, like,
you probably. I understand you was in a situation.
That's immaturity.
I understand you was in a situation, right? But you ain't a hoe for your man.
No, he doesn't refer to me as his hoe, and I don't refer to.
So Summer, okay? You know what? That was wild.
Him as my trigger.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. You're the one person that doesn't do it. You're the one person that doesn't do it. Congratulations.
What are you defining? What's the hoe? What are you defining as a hoe?
When you have respect,
since we all hoes.
When Jazz finishes, I'll show you.
Okay.
Have respect for your man, he would never allow you to call him his trick. Because a trick is somebody that is paying somebody's way that don't really with them like that. A trick is somebody that is
what's she talking about?
Be in proximity to a woman that he knows.
See, a woman is coming in at she coming in a power position. So if she might be a hoe, maybe it doesn't matter. She doesn't want to hear from you. She only wants to hear words of confirmation and words of validation from her man. That's it. She doesn't want to hear anything that you think is negative or that needs to be no. And that's the way it is.
He gotta pay to be around. So
but
I would
never, right? He's fucking it, right?
No, a lot of tricks don't get the.
That's crazy. That's a lie.
No, that ain't no lie.
Yes, it is. That actually is a lie. That's the thing that women like to just say out loud. That, oh man, he's giving me all this stuff and I ain't gotta do nothing. No, that is a lie. That is a lie. What you're saying, but you know.
Yes,
what I'm saying is, don't just because that's what you do in yours, don't try to sit here and say that everybody.
I knew it was gonna come back to me. That's cool.
Well, because that's what you said.
Y'all don't, let's bring it back down again. Please.
Ain't nobody know.
Let's bring y'all know is that this is the thing. Y'all know Uncle Ricky's being intentional. You know exactly what he's talking about. Let's not make it to where it's the just turn into something else other than what he's saying about how we move. We're not taking offense that he's saying we tricks. We know exactly what he's saying. We gotta pay to play. Y'all ain't giving us none of it unless we paying. So let's be honest about that. That's
what happens to the. But if a girl really likes you, you ain't gotta do nothing.
She just keeps saying words.
So that's
the thing you gotta pay. But I thought if she really like you, so they don't really like you.
Hey, Jazz,
they don't really like you.
Oh, Jazz,
that's why you gotta pay. Got it.
Hey, Jazz, you gonna do that to me, Jazz? Yes. We already said that. We already broke that down. That's temporary. You don't gotta pay for a little bit. You're gonna eventually have to pay.
Now it's just a little bit. Okay. Now it's terms and conditions.
So Michael B. Jordan had to pay. Tom Brady had to pay. Johnny Depp had to pay. Matter of fact, they pay more than the average guy. They get taken advantage more than the average guy. Most men have to pay, and the more money you have, the more problems you have. The more she wants you to invest in her. Hey, Melanin, how many women we seeing on TikTok where there's two type of women now that they call wives? The one who's oppressed and a slave and a maid, and the one who gets the leisure life from their man. That's where women are now. Either you're a slave and have to cook and clean and have sex with your man on demand, or you get the leisure life where your man makes an abundant amount of money and you get to do whatever you want. That's where sisters are now. They see doing anything for their man, meeting expectations and standards as slavery. And we're not talking about the minority of women, and we're not talking about the women on the panel. We're talking about women in general. They've moved and shifted the goalposts for women being leisure wives for a woman that's supposed to be supposed to be taken care of and be in her soft girl era. They don't want to perform for majority of men.
Well, no, I'll be honest.
Women think they're the prize. And then men, you tell them they're the prize. So because the men tell the women they're the prize and the women think they're the prize, why would they do any of those things? Why would they cater to their man? Why would they want to cook, clean? Why? A woman is, let's be clear, right? If a woman does cook, she cooks for herself too, and her kids. It ain't like a woman's cooking and she's just cooking for her man, right? She's cooking because she doesn't want to eat out all the time. She likes her cooking. So she's doing everything around the house for her benefits too. It benefits a woman if she's cooking and cleaning at the house. It does. The man gets benefited too, but the woman benefits too because she doesn't want a dirty house. So a woman ain't cleaning the house for men. It never have. They did it because this is how they want their house to be. Women clean their house because they want their house to be a certain order. They want it, you know what I mean? They don't want a dirty house. They don't want it messy. Well, some women don't. Some women might like it messy, but typically women like to clean. They do it for themselves, right? And the man he benefits from that. But it's never been for the man. It's never been for the money. It's always been because this is the way they want to live, right? But the money that and the resources that women receive from men is for the vagina. It's just simply for the vagina. And a lot of women don't really want to say it, but that's what it is. But now they're saying that, you got to pay to play. So women are for selling their vagina and their presence, and that's what they're charging for. They're not charging to clean and cook. They do that for themselves.
But Jazz, you're not talking about any women on the panel, but I'm definitely going to tell you, Jazz already said it. Jazz says,
sleep with men, right? Because they want to solidify the relationship. You sleeping with me, so when we become something, I take care of you. A woman who's for free is a slut. A woman who's for free is a slut. And y'all say it to y'all girlfriends, even y'all won't say it here. Man, she just that nigga let him sleep on his couch when she really just with that dude, right? Because if a girl really like you, right, she gonna with you for free, right? Ain't that what Jazz just said?
Right.
Exactly. So y'all all hoes.
But that doesn't make you a hoe if you're making a commitment to one another.
You put Jazz in the goddamn trick box right there. I was like, we go to you. You just gotta put in the. Was it not trick box? You gotta put in the trick bag. That's what he just.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again.
And that's what men want, right? Men, they want a girl on the street and a freak in the sheet. Men like hoes. Men like hoes. They love hoes. They just want her to be a hoe for him, right? A man don't want his wife to be a hoe for nobody else but him. So being a hoe is okay, right? Especially when it's for the man you love. Men want women to be twerking on them when they come from work. They love that. Men, we love our woman to be dressing sexy and talking nasty to us in the house. Men just don't like to share the woman that they're paying for. Men are buying, men are buying or putting a down payment on exclusivity. That's why men pay. That's why they have no problem paying for the dinners. That's why they have no problem paying for the relationship. Because they're paying for your exclusiveness, to have you. They want to make you whole that they have to themselves. And they don't want to share you with nobody else. Men are paying and are really willing to pay for exclusivity. So I don't understand why women don't want to give them exclusivity if he's paying for this. Because the problem comes when a man is paying for exclusivity. There's a lot of times the man he wants to tell her what to do. Don't dress like this. Don't go hang out with these friends. I don't want you doing this. And I don't want you doing that. And women don't like that anymore. They don't want a man to tell them shit. They want him to give them everything that they think they deserve. But they don't want that man to bark orders to them. Yeah, take the money, but they still want their freedom. And this is happening because women can be out of a relationship and still get men to give her money. So in a relationship with the man, she'll tell the man, hey, look, you're going to take care of me and I'm going to still be free, the woman I want to be, or you just can't be with me because I can be out here and have 4 or 5 dudes paying my bills, taking me to nice dinners, gifting me expensive gifts. And I don't even they don't never tell me what to do. They don't ever demand anything from me. They don't ever judge me. So why would I get with you and give you this exclusivity and all you're going to do is tell me what to do? So women are leveraging the men out here that are willing to throw gifts at their feet against the man that they want, because they're telling the man that they want that, hey, I want you to be my man. You're going to take care of me, but you cannot tell me what to do. You cannot tell me how to live my life. So women want to live independently of the man in a relationship. And if that man does not comply to that, she'd rather be single and deal with her 4 or 5 men that she barely has to talk to. Some of them she ain't even having sex with. These guys are giving her gifts, paying her bills, making sure she's good. If she needs to talk to, they'll listen. So women are leveraging these men who are out here because let's be real. Most men can't get a woman that's exclusive to their own to treat them like they want to be treated. So they rather pay for a woman that at least gives them some sort of resemblance of that. And this is what makes it hard for a man who's trying to tell his woman what to do. Because she understands that power. That's her power, is what you want another man will. So women are saying, we're going to be independent. We're going to live our lives. If we want to go on girl trips, we want to get lashes, BBLs. If we want to go be with whatever we want to do, why we with you? If you have a problem with it, we'll get rid of you. and go right back to the 4 guys, the 5 guys that we got in the friend zones, and they're going to pay everything. They're going to supplement everything you do, and I can still be free. See, women don't want the headache of listening to a man because she feels she wants to live the life the way she wants her life so she can feel good about herself. She wants to feel like a boss woman. Right? She wants to go to concerts. She wants to do all the things that life has to offer. And all of this does not include her man. And this is where a lot of things happen, right? Because, yeah, does she do things with her man? Yeah, they go to trips. They do. She does things with her man, but not all the time, right? Not all the time. Sometimes she wants to go with her friends. Baby, hey, where you going? I'm going out with my friends tonight. I'm going to go with you. No. This is a girls' night out. And this is where the cheating happens. This is where the promiscuity happens. This is where the mistakes happen because a woman thinks she's going out with her friends that she can, and she doesn't intentionally go out to try to have sex or cheat on her man. But when the women go out with their friends, temptation is, they're waiting for them because other men are going to continue to want them. Other men are going to desire them. And then they're going to maybe desire one of them guys and make a huge mistake by sleeping with one of these guys because they want to hang out with their friends. And their friends are bad influences. They're bad influence. They're going to like, oh, girl, what you, ooh. This is why they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Most married women go to Vegas with their friends, cheat when they go to Vegas. Like 97, 98%. Because they get drunk, they let their guards down, and their friends, they're not gonna rat her out. So women, when they're in a relationship with a man, they don't want the man to be the leader. They don't want the man to tell them what to do. They don't. Because guess what? Sometimes women want their cake and eat it too. They just like us. Sometimes they want a new dick. Women crave attention from multiple men. That's a high to them. So I'm going to repeat this again. Women are addicted to money, power, and sex. They deal with men and get in a relationship with men because their addiction to sex and money. But when they get with these men, they also want their power to do what the fuck they want to do, when they want to do it, and they want that man to treat them the way they feel they deserve to be treated. So understand that. That's what it is when you get with a woman. When you get with a woman, she's addicted. She's addicted to sex. So this is why she's going to continue, even though she complains about men, they're cheaters, they ain't shit, you guys ain't shit, but she's addicted to sex. So she's going to deal with men. But then she wants things. She has all these dollars. She wants things that cost a lot of money or that she can't afford. So she's going to get, men will give this to her. So she's going to continue to men because of get money from men. And then when they get into the relationship with a man, they want the power. They want to be worshipped. They think they're the prize. And because they think they're the prize, they think the man should cater to them, not the other way around. See, this is what men have to understand. When you cater to a woman, it doesn't mean it's not going to be reciprocated. It's not going to be reciprocated. Because a woman, the one who's doing the catering to, is worshiping the one who desires to be worshipped. So therefore, it's a one-sided ballpark. And men are saying, well, why don't you show appreciation? Why you don't want this? Why you ain't giving me the love I want, the respect I want? Because you're catering to her, nigga. You think she's the prize. And if you think she's a prize, she thinks she's a prize too. So if you think she's a prize, you treat her like she's a prize, and she thinks she's a prize, how the fuck are you going to get some love back? How in the world are you going to get her to cater to you? You can't. Because now once you start, because every man leads with catering to women, opening doors, putting out chairs. Right? Automatic, he's coming out with the catering mentality. Right? Women, men, let's go on a date. Let's do this. Men are coming out with a catering mentality. So therefore, the woman her mentality is to take that catering and it boosts her ego as the prize. And because she thinks she's the prize, she no longer respects the man because she thinks she's the man. She thinks she has the controls to the car because you're the one that feels like you need her. She knows in her mind she doesn't need you. She likes the things you're doing for her. She appreciates them in some form. She thinks it's cool, but she thinks you're expendable because you're doing what every other man would do for her. Now, she may pick you because you look good and you're good in bed, but the moment you tell her no, the moment you try to go out and get some more coochie other than hers, she's going to start getting you up out of there. The process will start. The process of elimination will start. She will eventually eliminate you because you have now been a bad slave. You haven't been a good slave. You've been a bad slave, right? You went outside the master's house and slept with another master. That is a bad thing. That is being a bad slave. If the slave master tell you to go to the store and get that Gucci bag and bring it back to her with your money, and you tell the slave master no, you once again are a bad slave. Women are the new slave masters. Period. Period.
Hold on,
Jazz, nope, I'm not finished.
Let him land, Jazz. Let him land, Jazz.
Wait a minute.
Jazz.
What I'm saying is this. I'm not usually in the colloquial terms that y'all, the chick on the blade, even though they hoes, right? It's just, they just hoes up front, right? Your man is paying for you on the back end. Now, I'm not saying that love ain't involved in there, that you fall in love with your man, that man fall in love with you, but you with him because he's going to do something for him. If not, he can lay up in your and not do nothing.
But that's what a relationship is. You guys do stuff for each other.
Hello.
It is what it, like. I don't.
Do they think they could just laugh that off?
What do you mean? Of course, you're not going to be with.
Unless it's like the mindset.
Well, I
of
mean,
like
you guys are not listening because
protector, provider thing.
Summer, please stop.
If you do not do nothing for that woman, she will dismiss you. So it's just the way it is, right? And in my opinion, this is my opinion, men have in large numbers are accepting this fate. And they're going to continue to happy wife, happy life, this motherfucker till the world ends. Because men feel they need women. And women are going to take advantage of that because they can. And it is what it is. So either you accept this reality or get your prostitute. There it is right there. Get your prostitute, make a deal with them, see them how many times you can, and that's that. Or you accept the reality that any relationship you're going to be in a woman with, you're going to have to cater. If you don't, she's going to leave. She's going to leave. These women don't care. They don't give a fuck. They will leave you. They leave. Listen, if they're leaving the rich men, they're leaving the middle class men, they're leaving the poor men. Women, if they're not happy, they will leave you. Because women think in their mind that they can replace you. They can replace your production. Women know in their mind they can replace your production. They can get a nigga to pay their bills and not give no sex. They can get a man to cater to them, to sex them down, and not ask them or not question them about their girls' trip or their girls' night out. They can get a man who go listen to them, right? Or they get therapists, whatever, right? So women understand that they don't need one man to fulfill their needs. They can get it from several men, or they can get it from where they work at, get a good job, or streaming, whatever, or rapping. Women no longer value men like they once did. To women, men are expendable when it comes to relationship or marriage form. Men are expendable when it comes to relationship or marriage form. She'll get in a relationship with you, but if that relationship don't go the way she thinks it should go, she's going to say bye. And that's why women want simps or a trick. That's what the women want. They want a simp because why? They want a man to cater to them. They want a trick because they want a man to get them what they want. What else do you think women want? Women want simps. That's who they desire. Now, level of simps, there are level of simps. There are rich simps and there are poor simps. They want a rich simp. They want a famous simp. And if he's not, right, they're going to try to make him into one. But women want simps. Ultimately, they want simps. They don't want an alpha dude coming in, barking orders. You're not going to go out with your friends no more. You're not wearing lashes no more. You're going to sit in this house and we're going to watch Netflix. We're going to do trips together. We do everything together. She will leave you. You cannot, in 2026, you're not walking in no woman's life barking orders. Everything is yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. That's what women want. They want a yes man. If you talk about no or you don't do it, you're no good to them. You're useless to them if you can't do what they think they deserve. So y'all can try to play this game of, I'm going to make her like me for my character and my personality and see where you finish at the finish line. You will die alone. If you think you're going to run a woman, you're going to come in like Hitler and mass tell her what to do and make her submit, she's too protected. Women have so much protection. She's going to get rid of you. And if you try to impose yourself on her, she's calling the cops. Or she's calling her brother. She's calling somebody. But you're gonna watch her walk out that door. So if you think you're going to get in a relationship with a woman and think that you're going to have to tell her what to do and try to run her life, my brother, we're going to play a game called Disappear. Because she would disappear.
And Jazz, please stop. Please not move the goalpost, y'all. Most Jazz, you know, most men they want sex when they're in a relationship with a woman. And woman knows that hold on, Jazz, hold on, please, Jazz, hold on. Whether it's consensual or not, most women know that a man getting in a relationship wants sex, and the woman needs security from him.
So what I'm saying is, just like any person that wants to deal with.
Jazz, can you respond? No, Jazz.
Yes, obviously.
I love Jazz. You know, yes, I love.
Obviously, no, but you can. If you can speak,
Jazz.
If you love me, then you allow me to speak.
Yes, you respond to. I want you to speak how you want to speak. You can speak it. All I'm saying is that isn't that true? The woman wants security, and a man typically wants sex from his woman. That's the exchange.
Okay, maybe to you, but I don't view them as that transactional. And I thought we wanted to get away from transactions. I understand that men want sex, and I understand that women want to make sure they're with the right person for security reasons. But it's not just about that, and it doesn't make you a hoe because you want because you're a stable person and you want to align yourself with a man who's also stable, so y'all can continue to build off that stability. That doesn't make you a trick, and that doesn't make her a hoe. That makes you responsible adults in vetting the person that you plan to spend your life with. Yeah, sex is going to be there, but that shouldn't be well, I'm only doing this because I need some all the time. It's like, grow up.
I didn't say that. Okay. My apologies.
I'm just saying, just in general. I'm just saying the transaction.
If he didn't say that, what are you talking? Why are you bringing this up right now? She's just saying she's not going to address what he's talking about. Is that what's happening right now?
No, you only want this. You only want that. But what I was saying earlier was that I've heard men say, if she really likes you, you don't have to do nothing. Y'all promote that as if that's the way.
Where the transactions, what makes it transactional is the expectations. That's where that's why a relationship will always be transactional. A marriage will always be transactional because of expectations. The expectations of, her man need to buy her what she thinks and do all these things and do all this, do all that. That's expected. That's what makes it transactional. Because if the man does not comply on them things, the divorce papers are coming or she's walking away. And it's the same for men in relationships. Men will break up with a woman if she's overly, if she's very unbearable, very combative, disconnected, promiscuous. Yeah, men are walking away, right? So it's transactional. That's a trend. Men they expect their woman to be loyal. That's an expectation.
That it should be like you shouldn't have to pay for whatever the case may be. No, you don't promote that culture, and then when a woman doesn't require you to do anything, y'all shame her for it. So it's just like, which one is it?
Okay, see, there you go. Thank you for saying that. This is what happened, Jazz, because I don't understand. She turns her ears on and off. If a lady don't ask you to do anything for her and is all right with sleeping with you, that means she likes you. She likes you for who you are. The reason why the woman, the way where the lady gets shamed for sleeping with a guy that she.
I don't believe no woman sleeps with a guy and likes the guy for who he is. Once again, she's sleeping with a guy because she's addicted to sex. She wants to have sex with him. It doesn't necessarily. we have to get this out our heads. Just because people are having sex together don't mean they like each other in a way where, oh, this is going to be my husband, or this is going to be my wife, or this is just, no. Sometimes two people could be horny and just want to have sex, and they can definitely not like the person that they're having sex with because they're benefiting in a way where they're benefiting their lustful or desired things, but doesn't mean they like the person. And if a woman or a man could be addicted to sex with that person and absolutely can't stand that person. It's possible. Just like drugs, right? Just like you're doing drugs and you know drugs are bad for you, but you keep doing them, right? Just like when you get drunk. People hate hangovers, but they keep getting drunk because they're addicted to getting drunk. And the same thing in a relationship. A person can want to have sex with the person and not like the person because they're addicted to the sex. See, you can be addicted to something and not like the results. And that's what everybody has to understand. Just because woman's having sex with you, not asking you for money, doesn't mean she necessarily like you. Could be she just horny and you're desirable and she wants some sex. She doesn't mean she's going, oh, this is going to be my husband. It doesn't mean she's looking at you like you're her person, her soulmate. Because I'm here to tell you, there are niggas in prison getting visits and women running up there and they can't have sex. Sex is a drug. Sex is like a drug. Yeah. Can a person desire the way you sex them good? Yes. But doesn't mean they love you or feel anything about you. And that's what we have to understand. Just because a woman is dealing with you doesn't necessarily mean she likes you. She just might like that sex, or she might like the money you spend on her, whatever it is.
Didn't ask for anything for anything like that. That's when she starts complaining. She's complaining about there's no good men out here where no nigga, you chose that guy. The guy that you chose to give the no receipt box to, like no free on the house, nothing. All you gotta do is be here. You gave it to that guy. Nigga, don't complain that you crapped out, okay? That's what happened. It's crazy. Just
friends with benefits. Who would change that first? Who would change that? Hey, Summer, if we all said, you know what, this emotion thing, this commitment, this loyalty thing to each other, taking care of each other, expectations and standards isn't working, we're just going to be friends with benefits. Who's going to change that agreement first?
Oh, no.
The
man.
The emotional thing wasn't going to change with her.
If we sleeping with each other, we're just friends with benefits. Who's going to change that agreement first? We agreed we're going to be friends with benefits. Who's going to change that agreement first?
The man.
I want to crack her specs. I want to crack her damn specs. No violence. I don't want no violence to happen to her. This is all virtual reality just from computer screen. I want to crack my screen and the crack in the screen.
If there is a relationship, friends with benefits, who's going to change the terms of the agreement? It depends. Or who's going to try to change the terms? It depends. 50-50. I say maybe the man, maybe the woman. It's all in. The man may fall in love and want to keep that woman for himself, or the woman might fall in love and want to. So that's 50-50. Mama and Alive, thank y'all for coming to the show. But to me, that's 50-50. 50-50. Women and men, if they're having a friends with benefits, That's, you can't tell.
It happens where her glasses are. She doesn't listen, or she doesn't care, or she doesn't live in reality. And now my mind is blown.
So a man,
Because if a woman is
Don't talk.
Hold on. Summer, are you telling me the most man, if he can get sex from you without having to commit with you, and we're friends with benefits, a man's going to change that agreement first?
Yes.
God damn it.
Oh, you're
twice.
Tell me how.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with that?
Because you're lying. It's Summer. You know what, Summer? That's a lie. That's a lie. That
Once again, that's 50-50. That's 50-50. You don't know, right? You don't know. They both could agree with benefit, have friends with benefits for a year, 2 years, and then one of them get serious and say, you know, I wanted to make this more serious. You know, that's subjective. Thank y'all for coming to the show. Hit the like button on your way out the door. Ruthless is out.